Welcome into the Pride in Demorage, Georgia for CCS conference action for the last time in the regular season inside Cave Arena with the visiting Wolves of Wesleyan and your Piedmont Lions. Welcome into the broadcast table, everybody. Eric Edmondson here with you. Alongside me is Peter Sly, my camera guy. Obviously got some new additions to Cave Arena. The atmosphere this afternoon, we have a pep band constructed of some students from Piedmont University, I believe of Habersham Central High School. So we really appreciate them coming out and making Cave Arena feel alive and well on Senior Day. That's right. We have made it to the end of the regular season at home. Unfortunately, that means that this is the last regular season game here inside Cave Arena, where the Lady Lions have been absolutely perfect this year. And that comes with no surprise when you have MVP performances coming out of Andelin Hill game after game after game. Oh, and after game. Let's look at Andelin Hill right now as she stands in the CCS. She is 5th in scoring overall and 1st in CCS rebounding. Of course, this CCS conference is a little more top-heavy, especially when you have Asbury, Bellhaven, and Maryville up there. So very much a top-heavy conference with Piedmont being in 2nd place up there. That shows the type of caliber of player that Andy Hill has played at this year. And then you look at, she's 8th in minutes as well. And hey, who's right behind her in minutes, or right above her, I should say, in minutes, other than Piedmont's own Ashley Scott? Alex Willis is 6th in block shots, and right above her is her teammate, Andelin Hill. So Andelin Hill has been a big part of this Lions squad after coming here last year, getting her feet wet, and now having a really big push year. Alongside her, of course, is Alex Willis, who we just mentioned. She is 6th in block shots in the CCS, and the newcomer, Ava Hunter, who has served as an impeccable 6th option off the bench for head coach Jamie Purdy. Both teams are lined up. We're going to have the national anthem here in just a minute, and we'll rejoin you with more pregame for this CCS conference match between the Wolves and the Lions. You're watching Piedmont Lions basketball on YouTube. The newly knighted Piedmont University, not marching band, pep band, everybody. Great addition. Again, that's made up of Piedmont University students along with, I believe, Habersham Central High School students. And hey, joining the broadcast with us is Mr. Simon Johnstone. Simon, glad you could make it.
I'm happy to be here. Excited for this doubleheader senior day we got cooking up on a Saturday afternoon.
That we do. Both teams announcing their starting lineups right now. Go ahead and give you the starting five for Wesleyan. It'll be Briskia Tejada, Destiny Smith, Jataya Brandt, and Zaria Davis, along with Andrea Jackson. And Simon, why don't you give us the starting five for the Lady Lions this afternoon?
For your Lady Lions, a fairly similar starting five that we've seen throughout this season. It's gotten them to a pretty good position in the CCS, Eric. Nene Eads and Ashley Scott in the backcourt, two senior leaders who have continued to display dominance at the guard positions. Up front, Andolyn Hill and Alexandria Willis. We know what they can do on the glass as well as in the point column. Running out the starting five, number 10, Kennedy Henson, a player who can both stretch the floor and get inside.
Absolutely a potent lineup that we have seen utilized by head coach Jamie Purdy this season. Just absolute dominance, really, apart from the loss to Belhaven and Asbury, both on the road for that, so they don't hurt you that much. Coach Jamie Purdy in her 20th season here at Piedmont. And Wesleyan, 0-18 coming into today. You know, talking with lots of Wesleyan folks, they were definitely looking for a much sunnier outcome this season.
Yeah, they've been a school that has continuously made some improvements this year. Could be viewed as a step back, no wins yet this season, but in years prior, we've known they've had some rougher seasons, so like you said, looking to have a step forward may not be the results they've wanted this season, but they have a lot of potential in the coming years.
They absolutely do. I know there was a big recruiting push coming out of Macon earlier in the offseason to get some girls on this roster, because I believe last year they only had 6. They only had 6 on that roster. Now it's a little bit more filled out. We are getting ready to tip off here in Cave Arena for the final time in the regular season. And it will be won rather easily by Alex Willis, and the Lions quickly are not on the board just yet, but rebounded by Willis, who kicks it back out to Scott beyond the three-point line. Willis having to contend with a trio of Wolves defenders, and the jump ball goes Wesleyan's way. So Wesleyan here, this is Zaria Davis. Lions employing a full court press here, and a good job by the Wolves to get their way through it. Now Lions shift to the paint defense. Wolves searching for a way out, and hey, the first three-pointer is landed by Zaria Davis. So Wesleyan takes a quick three-point lead, but hey now, careful with the ball in the hands of Andolyn Hill. She'll have to kick it around. Hey, Scott's looking to answer back, and yeah, she does. Hits the bottom of the bucket, and we're all tied up.
And Ashley Scott, one of those players that could definitely stretch the floor for Piedmont. Just a very good look from the outside there.
So we've seen this Lions defense work miracles this year, and they're applying it here even against a weaker opponent. That shows the type of mentality that Coach Jamie Purdy's team has. It doesn't matter what competition they are facing. They're going to try to put you through the ringer as much as they can. Now under 10 seconds, Wesleyan's going to have to hurry. Kicks it back out from beyond the three-point line. It's thrown up and right into the hands of Alex Willis before the buzzer goes off. Eads over to Henson. Corner, Scott. Scott goes for the floater, and it's tipped out of her hand right there, reaching up and grabbing it out of the sky is Willis, and Hill's going to help her out and get the and one.
And we know so much about Willis and Hill down low, both averaging nearly a double-double. We know Hill is coming into this matchup, and Wesleyan going to have to answer some serious questions regarding height. Andolyn Hill, 6 foot flat, Willis 6'1". Wesleyan have no one around that height range, so boxing out, making sure Piedmont only gets one shot per possession will be crucial in this afternoon's matchup.
Absolutely, and Andolyn Hill and Willis both working that rebound. It led to the Lions taking their first lead this afternoon, and Hill is first overall in the CCS in rebounding. That tells you the type of player she is. You know, I kind of gave her MVP case, if you will, before we really went on with game today. And she's first in CCS rebounding, 5th in block shots, 8th in minutes, and 5th in scoring overall. As Scott gets this one back from around the perimeter. Here's Andy. Goes to the bucket, off the glass. It's no good, and Alex tried to help her out there, but Wesleyan's going to transition in the offense. Pushing through the paint there as the ball gets loose. That was Andrea Jackson. Scott from the top of the key, off the back of the iron, and rebounded by, let's see who. It's going to be a Lion ball as that one rolls out of bounds. Big day on campus for athletics. Of course, we're inside Cave Arena right now. The men's lacrosse team is facing off against Barry down at the WAC right now. Andelin Hill gets the inbound from Eads, back inside to Hill. Hill, being physical in the paint, goes up and tosses it right in. Of course, after this one, we will have the Piedmont men's taking on Warren Wilson. And it already looks like a couple of trio of substitutions right there. Actually, no, that's a full court swap, Simon, for the Lions. They are on their way. So already a 5-point differential. Lions defense looking good. And that one is shut down by Willis as the Lions transition to a quick break. Here's Eads. Easy does it.
Great control there by Ashley Scott. Tried to tip pass initially to Eads, but was able to find her later on in the backdoor cut to the hoop.
That's another turnover, this one for the Lions, and here comes that full court swap. That's going to be Banks, Hunter, Barino, Begley, and Bryan. So Coach Purdy already pushing into Chips a little bit here and giving her starters a rest. And Bryan, hey, no point in, letting your starters out there if the second man off the bench can do the same. And I believe that's a timeout call by Wesleyan's coaches. Their team is just not having it right now. They're not in the right sort, Simon.
Yeah, Wolves unable to get the ball in bounds. One time already called for a 5-second violation. That time really close again. Coach on top of it, though, able to call timeout, but you might be able to see on camera. Coach is fired up, Eric, just wanting to get these players to relax, get themselves into the game. And on the other side of the court, the Lions, this is a great opportunity for them to experiment with some things. We're getting towards the very business end of this season. We're closing in towards that conference tournament where the Lions, I'm sure you mentioned before, have a very good position if things start to chalk. And, well, the Lions, this is a good opportunity to experiment, try some new things, new rotations, new looks, and it'll be exciting to see what Coach Purdy experiments with here today.
And you're absolutely right, Simon. The Lions enter today 10-2 in the CCS, only behind Asbury, who is 8-1. Now, I think that the Lions should be in first place here. They've won more games. If you want to go by winning percentage, it's Asbury. But look, Asbury's played, 3 less games? Feels a little cheap. Just kidding. We're just kidding for folks out there. But Asbury is first place, Piedmont behind them, and Belhaven behind Piedmont in third place at 7-4 as Wesleyan moves down the court. New look Lions. Again, that was a full court swap earlier. Banks, Barino, Begley, Hunter, as well as Bryan. Man, Hunter's kind of the odd one out. Doesn't have the last name that starts with a B. Wesleyan from just outside the top of the key. Hey, that one's from way downtown from Zaria Davis. Here's Bryan. And hooping for Begley is off the back of the iron. Banks is going to help her out, though, with that one easy off the glass.
I just love to see that from Kelsey Banks. We've actually seen that a good amount this season, getting in there, getting some offensive boards. Not the tallest on the court for sure, but Kelsey Banks, absolute dog down low.
And last year, we kind of saw Banks' profile as maybe a corner threat, maybe someone from beyond the arc. But I love the change, the shift that she's been put in and she has made this year to being more of a physical, not a super physical presence, but definitely being a presence in the paint where she can get in there and get those boards and get off the glass. Zaria Davis will take it to the stripe. 14-6, Lions have opened this one up early, as the first one from Davis goes off the back of the iron. The cave is packed today. Both senior days for the Lady Lions as well as the men's. That second one from Davis did land. So lead has gone to half. 14-7. Barino over to Hunter. Hunter getting touched up a bit in the paint, but makes her time worth it, and it drops in.
And Hunter, not usually one to do a turnaround, normally tries to stay squared up to the hoop. That time, though, able to get over the top of a Wolf.
Good defense by Begley, just shutting that off from Davis. You're obviously going to have to worry about Davis the most here for Wesleyan. Davis comes in averaging 8 and 8 points, 8.8. So that's about 9 points a game for her squad. Wesleyan near the baseline goes for the underhook, and it's no good. And it's going to be slapped out of bounds by the Lions, so it'll be a Wesleyan ball.
The Lions also employing a zone here. Purdy not afraid to experiment with some setups as well.
Here's Marino on a fast break, and she will ease it in. Davis dribbling across the crest, matched up with Riley Bryan. Bryan guarding well, pushes her way to the paint, does Davis, and it loops in and out, and it's rebounded there by Adriana Edwards. And it looks like a foul is going to get placed here. I believe that's going to be against Brooklyn Begley, so Edwards will take it to the line. Halfway through the first quarter of this contest, and a 10-point lead for the Lions, with Edwards looking to make it a 9-point lead, 18-8 currently. And it's going to be that same score. Riley Bryan will inbound it here to Marino. Lions setting up on the wings as well as Hunter down below. Hunter towering above everybody else, kicks it back outside. Here's Begley shooting for three. Hey, we saw Brooklyn get red hot a couple weeks ago.
You're absolutely right, and this Lions team as well, when they can stretch the floor and have that ability to utilize the outside shot, we know what they can do in the interior, so they become a three-level scoring team. Almost impossible to shut them down on the offensive end.
The Lions able to turn that one from the high court press into more points. It's just a deadly defense in the offense. Marino, right at the crest. Jatiah Bryant goes over. Jackson takes a shoot from the field, and it's going to go over. Hunter gets a tip on that one and puts it right into Bryan's hands. Riley Bryan tries to find Marino on the fast break, but a little bit too excessive with that throw, just out of Marino's reach.
As an awkward pass, too, you're almost running the same lane to try and find that pass. So typically, I'd recommend a bounce pass, try to kill the speed off the floor. But another great defensive possession, Eric. They're just continuing to force turnovers, force Wesleyan to stay uncomfortable.
Absolutely. It's been very suffocating for the Wolves right now as they try to find a way to break this Lions defense as they're on a fast break here, and that was a good-looking Euro step there from Jackson, but just could not complete the play. And here we have some more substitutions here for the Lions. Another full court swap, it seems. Let's get our rosters here, Simon. It's going to be Evelyn Rault along with Lexi Gerard, Ariana Bell, as that one goes off the back of the iron. Kivana Bogny. Bonnier. Bonnier from the paint, able to put it in. And this Lions squad has opened up a gap of magnitude between these two participants, as that one's stolen away here by Bell. Bell goes over to two. Go down. And travel's going to get called. So it'll be a Wesleyan ball here as Maya Whitehead gets ready to inbound it. Whitehead searching for somebody, guarded well by Gerard. And she will get it to Edwards. And now pushing fast is Jackson. Jackson has tried that trick many a time before, and it's just not come down for her. Bell finds Gerard on a long pass. Gerard trying to keep the hands hot, gets inside to Rout, and Rout able to go off the backboard and through the bottom.
And Lions just taking care of business, recognizing the advantage down low, continuously giving those big men, or big ladies, excuse me, post touches. And once again, Rout now the benefactor of that, able to lay it in for a nice two-pointer.
We saw Emmeline Rout a lot last year, but with the addition of Ava Hunter, Rout has been more or less pushed to the back. I'm sure she'll have a big year next year because she does have a couple years left here at Piedmont. And it was good for her last year to get minutes as that big off the bench, but now getting to kind of learn a little bit more rather than being on the job constantly.
Yeah, opportunities to get under the wing of Andolyn Hill a little bit more. Obviously, a very formidable player when she gets to see the court, but this year it's a great opportunity, like you mentioned, to learn a little bit more, get another dynamic, new angle, a new perspective, if you will, and that just usually bodes well for those players who get to see the game, see the team, see how the offense runs from so many different angles. And, well, Rout, like you said, a couple years left, likely to have a good year next year.
Whitehead will bounce pass it to Jackson. And that one tipped out of the hands momentarily by Bell. Bell causing some good disruption. Jackson off to Whitehead. Whitehead pushing her way in. Kicks it over to Tejada. Now outside, Whitehead moving very fast, but she's got under 10 on the shot clock. Has to go to Jackson, who forces a three and drains it. So it seems like Wesleyan has been very sharp from beyond the three-point arc, and I'm sure it's not going to take them long to figure that out as we get just under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. A good steal away by Gerard. It's going to turn into another offensive push for the Lions. Gerard's thinking three, and that one's going to sail over the rim. Jackson will slow everybody down as she faces off. And one against Godown. Whitehead pushing her way through. Bounce passes behind herself. Now back inside that ball goes. And a good matchup here between Rout as well as number 24, Destiny Smith. But Jackson takes another shot for a three. It goes off the glass. So Lions were unable to control that for a moment, but it doesn't come back to bite them. That one poked out of the hand, it looked like, but it's still going to be a ball for Wesleyan as Godown had the last touch.
I thought we were about to see a crafty Euro step out of Godown. Just lost the handle a little bit, but very, very flashy almost.
Jackson crosses the timeline. And again, it's just slowing things down to a snail's pace. Here's a three-point attempt by Wesleyan that does drop through the bottom. That one's going to be Kamira Bookert. Gerard from the field, no good. It'll clang off the rim and be rebounded here by Tejada. Stripped away by the Lady Lions, and Bonnier called as she stepped out. Kamira Bookert getting ready to inbound it here. Jackson had to, I think she had to get a drink of water or wipe the shoes off or something. Bell. Right up against Jackson. Under a minute, actually just under 30 seconds left here in this first quarter. Trying to get free as Booker, but Jackson really is the main ball handler here. She tries to break her through. Excuse me, that was Whitehead. Now Bell's on a breakaway. No look pass, bounce pass to Gerard. Goes off the glass, no good. And leaping up and getting that grab and getting the and one there is Bonnier.
Bonnier just relentless on the glass. Got in there, fought off three Wolves, and able to put the ball back in the hoop.
Lions having a lot of size off the bench, and this is from the third string, if you will. And Bonnier puts that through the bottom. Yeah, it should just be the and one there. We were still lining up for two. No. 30-14 already in the first 10 minutes. Jackson jumper, no good, right into the hands of Godown. Brooke blitzing past the baseline as it will go right into the hands of Bookert. The jump ball will go Piedmont's way. 0.7 seconds, Simon. What do you want to see here?
I think an alley-oop, backdoor cut over the top of Jackson, I think is the play here.
It's going to be to Rolton. Not enough gas on that floater, and that is how the first quarter will end. So already a very explosive first quarter here for the Lions, as they have opened up more than half of what Wesleyan has put on the board at the moment, 30-14. And right now, if you look down at the WAC, it is going to be a 9-6 game in favor of Piedmont. And the Piedmont has not beaten the Berry Vikings in lacrosse in a long time, Simon. Last year they drew with the Vikings, but this could be monumental. Still some game left to play, but 3 scores ahead. Just giving you a little scoring update from around the campus. We're going to take a break here and rejoin you with second quarter action. Lions up big after 1. Watching Piedmont Lions basketball on YouTube. Welcome back to Piedmont Lions basketball on YouTube. Eric Edmondson alongside Simon Johnstone, Peter Sly to my right on the camera. And Simon, we just got the stats back, and already you can see the names piling up for Piedmont as they have gone through not 1 but 2 full court swabs. They have deployed the whole bench.
I was just going to say, Coach Purdy, reaching deep, 15 lady roster here tonight, and well, everyone who's seen the course really contributed in one way or another. Even Willis, one of the only few Lions to not have points, still 3 boards to her name leading the team. So just each line doing their job is a really good opportunity for some of those ladies who may not see a lot of minutes in those high CCS contested matchups, but they're really showing out here this afternoon and proving how deep the Lions are as a unit.
And we mentioned every Lion has touched the floor. Starting 5 back out there right now. And Simon, do you want to take a guess on who is still the leading scorer for the Lions?
Ooh, I'm going to close my eyes and go with Andolyn Hill.
It's Andolyn Hill.
Wow.
She has 5 points right now. Right behind her, though, is Riley Bryan with 4. As Wesleyan takes a shot there, it's going to be off the rim and rebounded by Hinson. Hinson inside to Willis. Ooh, maybe a little bit too fast, but she's going to be helped out by Andy as she's back there on the rebound. The CCS leading rebounder. Goodness gracious. Alex over to Hinson, who's thinking 3, and it's no good off the front of the rim. And there is, again, Zaria Davis, who is the leading scorer for Wesleyan. She's got 6. A rebound to her name. Jatiah Bryant won't be able to do anything with that as Nene Eads will dump it over the top to Henson. Henson driving well, goes to Hill. Hill into the paint. A trio of defenders on her. Yeah, she's going to get hit with a foul.
And when you give up that much height, it's kind of an ultimatum whether or not you want to try and force Andolyn Hill to knock down some free throws at the line or just try and play straight up. But we know Andolyn Hill very good at finishing over the top of height disadvantaged defenders. Hill to the line, 87% on the season. A very good year for her.
You're kidding. 87% for the line.
87%.
That is ridiculous. If you had any question if Andolyn Hill is locked in this season, ball don't lie.
Some might say she understands it now.
She understands it for sure. That second one did go in as well, so it's 32-14. Just underway here in the second quarter. That one looked like it might have had a tip, but still had enough gas to get all the way across the court to Jackson. Here's Bryant. Bryant from the field, just a little bit short as it will go into the hands of Willis. Nene Eads. Over to Scott. Scott, team leader in minutes, 7th all in the CCS. Henson thinking 3. She's got to knock it down one of these times. It's a good job there by Wesleyan to kind of slow up right there. No call, though, as Edwards goes to Jackson. Jackson tries to blitz right through. No shot at that one. Here's Davis. Davis wants three. Davis not going to get it as it's rebounded by Hill. And here comes another swap. Here's Scott going right through. Willis is left unattended, and she's going to put it in very easily. So we got 4. Nope, there's the 5. Saw the 5th one hiding under the little clock down there.
Peekaboo.
Yeah. Here's Bryant going right through, and she won't be able to put it in. Hill. Good idea, and I actually think that's going to be a foul. No foul. Okay, it's just a whistle. It's going to be the substitutions. Sorry.
But a different look in terms of 5.
Yeah, it's a big mix. So on the floor now is Ralt, Bonnier, Banks, Borino, and Go Down. So it's kind of the top performers out of each team, you want to call it, each 5. Banks. Now moving now is Whitehead. She goes to Davis. Davis getting blocked by Go Down here. Go Down putting the hands up very well. Will force that bounce. And man, what a show by Whitehead to make sure that ball doesn't go out. If it transitions to points, and it does, that is a phenomenal possession by Whitehead.
Amazing effort there to keep the ball alive. And Wesleyan continuing to shoot it well from beyond the arc. 5 of 7 for threes so far this afternoon.
There's a fight for this one, and it looks like Wesleyan's Davis is going to come away with it. And now Borino sneaks in the back door and pulls one through and is going to get the foul. Excellent job to sneak right in and take that one away. Destiny Smith checks back in for Adriana Edwards. Borino takes it to the line. Her first shot, you betcha. As she looks to see her second. Yeah, a little bit more of an adventure on that one, but it does fall through. Man, Bonnier is just very aggressive, and she's going to get the tip away from Borino. Bonnier looking to take it herself, being physical, and that ball is going to get called out. Man, love to see the tenacity being displayed by Bonnier at such a young part of her career.
And at the top of that 1-2-2 zone, typically given to a shorter, more shifty guard, but Bonnier more than making up for it. She's athletic herself.
And she's quick, too. She's very quick. And Go Down. Tries to throw it over to Banks, and that one's going to be stolen away. Wesleyan goes up for it and does get it off the glass. That one was snuck out of the hands by Bryant. This one thrown way down to Ralt. Now to the corner. Go Down's thinking 3, and it's going to be no good. Bonnier right there to help her out. She's able to strip the ball loose again, just trying to heave that one up, and Wesleyan's not going to be able to. The Lions are not going to be able to. Wesleyan's able to take this one away. Wolves trying to force their way through. Here's Davis. Davis wants 3. It's off the back of the iron, and Borino's able to leap up and grab it. Banks. Kelsey Banks from the paint. A little bit too much on that one. This one goes outside. Brooke goes to Borino. Borino wants 3, and that one's not going to be. Brooke again. From the Cave Arena logo. Trying to push her way through. It's pushed out of her hand. Here's Ralt from the free throw line, and the Lions still unable to put that one through the bottom as Wesleyan is going to strip this one away and look to turn it into offense. Jatiah Bryant. And is that a backcourt violation?
It was indeed. Took a little bit too long to traverse past the half-court line. 8 seconds, the maximum amount of time you can have. And well, when you take a Sunday stroll on a Saturday afternoon, sometimes you're going to be caught lazy.
So Banks is going to get the inbound here from right around the Cave Arena logo. Here's to Borino. Borino floats it to Ralt. This one has a little bit more gas on that one, but it's not going to find the bottom. Bonnier finds herself in the middle of everything again, and Wesleyan's going to get that one after she dribbled it on the baseline. And Bonnier, if anything, has just been very fun to watch in these minutes on the court.
5 points, 3 boards, and, well, 2 turnovers to her name, but offensively, just a great job. And she's made up for one of those turnovers with a steal as well. So
yes,
really doing a great job on both ends of the floor.
Another turnover committed by the Wolves with just under 5 minutes left. Here's Bonnier inside to Raltz, and looks like another foul. That one's going to be on 24 for Wesleyan, and that's Destiny Smith, so Lions will inbound it here. They are up 36-19. We'll have another timeout here, so we'll take a break as well. You're watching Piedmont Lions basketball on YouTube. Welcome back inside the cave, everybody. Eric Edmondson alongside Simon Johnstone, Peter Slide to my right on the camera. It's senior day here in the cave. You got the Piedmont Lady Lions facing off against the Wolves. Later on, we'll have the men's face off against Warren Wilson. Hey, told you about that scoring update down at the WAC. It's all tied up, 10-10, as the Barry Vikings have fought back very hard. And it's the fourth period, if I'm not mistaken, as Bonnier tries to throw that one up off the glass. It's going to be stripped down by Wesleyan. Jackson over to Booker, now running out of time as the Lions full court press is being well employed, and again it comes back to bite them. We'll see another 5 here swap for the Lions.
I was holding on to this stat for halftime, but we'll let it fly right now. Turnover battle, something you always keep an eye on in the game of basketball. Pretty clear if a team is dominating that, they're dominating the game, and it holds true today. 14 turnovers for Wesleyan, just 6 for Piedmont, so a +8 in favor of the Lions is a spelling disaster currently for the Wolves.
Bell tries to get it over to Bryant. It's going to be stolen away by Jackson, who's able to put a hand up. Davis inside to Smith. Smith faced off against Hunter and not going to be able to get that as Hunter pushes that one down to the ground. And it will be a Wesleyan ball still as it bounced out of bounds. Jackson getting ready with it. Finds outside Davis. Davis wants 3. Goodness gracious. I'll tell you what, if the Wolves want to fight back in this one, they kind of have the formula to do it, and it's the three-pointer.
Heading into this matchup, 27% beyond the arc, currently shooting 6 of 10 for threes for Wesleyan.
They have made it look easy beyond the perimeter as that one, wow, really flown out. And that's going to be a foul on Begley, or helping Begley, I should say, as she'll take it to the line. Wesleyan Wolves out of Macon, Georgia. Yeah, that's my stomping grounds. As Begley's first one lands. Macon, known as, colloquially known as the heart of music in Georgia. The music capital of Georgia, they call it. Of course, the Allman Brothers are from there.
I bet their music's nuts.
Huh?
I bet their music's nuts.
Allman.
Okay.
Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Bounce pass under the bucket to Davis. It's good for Wesleyan.
New commentating reel coming soon after that one for sure.
Huh?
New commentating reel coming very soon after
going on that one.
The Grinch line last Christmas.
The Grinch line. I was thinking about that one earlier this game. I can't lie.
Maybe some shenanigans later on.
Shenaniganery. Who knows? Hey, we're playing Warren Wilson. That was that game from last year.
I don't think a Grinch will be present.
Don't know if the Grinch will be here.
After, but
usually that's the lacrosse team, and I think they got their hands full with the Vikings down there. Wesleyan bounce pass to Bookert, who goes for three, and it's off the back side of the rim and into the hands of Riley Bryan. Bryan over to Bell. Bell floats this one to Ava Hunter. Lions doing a good job. They're just passing around, seeing if they can open up a lane or two. Hunter, no need to try to open up a lane. She makes one.
That's a tough finish for Ava Hunter, though. Very comfortable against the contact, but still very good question posed there by Destiny Smith of Wesleyan.
Here's Jackson. Jackson inside to Smith. Back out now to Bookert. Bookert floats one up. It's going to go way over and into the hands of Bryan. Double team there, and a foul gets called. And Wesleyan already in the... Does that make them in the bonus? One more? Gotcha. Yeah, one more.
No, you're on it.
Yeah, no.
Silly
not
me.
men's bonus.
It's 5.
Men's bonus is 7.
We're having goofs all over the place today.
Goodness gracious. Come on, Simon. Lock in. 40-24 as Bryan takes to the line. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in this first half. And just as the time grows, ever more does Cave Arena get packed. Goodness. A couple of the men's basketball teams sitting on the sideline. Looks like Javi Marlowe, Fisher Darden, and Dylan Patrick. They'll face off against Warren Wilson, who is now in the rafters as well as in the stands. And one behind me. Wesleyan shut down right beneath the bucket. Don't know who got the hand on that one, whether it be Hunter or Gerard, but that one shut down nonetheless. Here's Zaria Davis. Bryant. Back to Jackson. With 3 seconds on the shot clock, ever shut down again by Hunter. Goodness gracious. Here's Bell. Goes inside to Hunter. Hunter is shooting long from beyond the free throw line. It's off the back of the iron, rebounded by the Lions. Bryan strips it out of the air. Now Riley Bryan motions to someone who's free. It's Lexi Gerard. It's off the front of the rim. Again, Ava Hunter with the rebound. Tries to get it to Bell. Now fast break here by Wesleyan. Jackson's all alone down there, and she's going to go off the glass easily. Good conversion there by Wesleyan as the Lions just failed time after time to put that one through. Bryan will get a foul on the way up for that shot. And this is, we've said it time and time again with all Piedmont sports. But when you get a situation like this, when you have a team coming in struggling as Wesleyan is, it's very important. It's very important to sharpen your weakest link, to make that ever the stronger, because when playoffs come, the roster is what you have. And listen, from what we've seen, this mix and match combo that Coach Jamie Purdy has done, it's working pretty well.
Absolutely, yeah. We're seeing a lot of new faces, new groupings, if you will, that we haven't seen throughout this season, but it's really a credit to, like we said earlier, the depth of this roster. You can plug in a lot of girls who may not see some minutes, and they're able to contribute just as well. So it's a good opportunity for a lot of these ladies to have a good game today.
43-26 with under a minute left in the half. Wesleyan's coach barking orders from the sideline. Davis tries for a tough finish there, and she's going to get a foul against her. That one's going to be levied against, I believe that's going to be against Bell. Yes, it's going to be her second foul as well. Davis steps it to the line. And her first shot is good. As she'll go for 2 here. That one good as well. Bell over to Bryan. Inside to Hunter. Now Bell in the corner. Drives her way against the baseline. Floats one up. Doesn't fall in. Hunter trying to strip that one away. Destiny Smith of the Wolves is going to pull it away, though. Jackson moving ever quickly here across the timeline, as the Wolves have been clipped for a couple of those backcourt violations. As Smith, an incredibly tough finish, matched up against 2 of Piedmont's toughest, as she goes off the glass. 15 seconds left. Bell goes over to Bryan. Begley's thinking 3. Hey, haven't seen a lot from Begley today, but saw that one coming down. 46-30, and that is going to conclude the first half. So the Lions go into the locker room up 16 over the Wesleyan Wolves. Man, Simon, we haven't seen a lot of the starters today, but we have seen a lot of the bench, and they've performed very, very well.
Yeah, it's been a very good sharing of the sugar, if you will, for the Lady Lions this afternoon. A couple of surprising scores, like you mentioned. Some players who are really having a great day that we don't see as often. You have Begley leading the team, 8 points. Right behind her, Riley Bryan and Andalyn Hill, both with 7. And then with 5 points is Bonnier. So Bonnier, like we talked about, having a great game here. Good, making a message, making a statement towards maybe some increased minutes as we make our way towards the CCS conference tournament.
Absolutely. Maybe, perhaps. We're going to take a break here for halftime. And hey, if you want some Piedmont Lions action, we suggest you stay on the YouTube channel and head down to the WAC. The Stream versus Berry College is getting good. The Lions have taken a 1-point lead with 6 minutes left in that contest. We'll rejoin you in about 14 minutes with more Piedmont Lady Lions basketball on YouTube. Welcome back inside Cave Arena, everybody. We are back after halftime with the Lions up big. It is 46-30 over the Wolves of Wesleyan. And Simon, you know, we came into this matchup. We knew that we were going to see some interesting things from the Lady Lions, but honestly, my expectations have really been blown away by how well this next wave of Lady Lions that we'll see after the seniors leave us this year is looking right now. You know, of course, there's some blemishes here and there, but that all gets fixed when you see the court more.
Yeah, when we talked about going into the season, how experienced this Lady Lions roster is. You know, we're like, this team's been building for a long period of time. This is their year to really, potentially make a run towards a title. But then we have games like this where we get to see that next generation, if you will, of Lady Lions showing up. And Bonnier, we've talked about her before the break. Just a freshman. She's had a great game. Kelsey Banks will return next year. Is having a pretty good game herself. Also, a freshman, Riley Bryan, a junior. Willis, just a sophomore. So is Emmeline Ralt, another sophomore. And then Lexi Gerard. So there's a lot of potential here for the next couple years for the Lady Lions basketball, also having some vets who have led the team this year.
And Willis being here to stay also helps. Willis, of course, probably going to be a big leader next year. You know, she'll be an upperclassman at that point. And just the way that she has dominated the paint. Is that a W? Is that a Lions W? That's a Lions W down at the WAC. They have defeated the Barry Vikings for the first time in a minute. I'm sure they're celebrating a good bit. I'm sure the village is going to be a little bit hopping tonight.
Maybe a little bit of activity.
Maybe a little activity. Got about 30 seconds before we get rolling. Again, Simon told you the leading scorers. Give you the leading scorers for both sides. Andolyn Hill's still up there. She got 7, but not the leading scorer. Is Brooklyn Begley has dropped a couple from the heavens, and her threes have made her the leading scorer for the Lions with 8. Zaria Davis has 13 for Wesleyan, so she is the only person with double digits for either squad. So Davis has been doing a good job, and you can't say you deny the effort from like Jackson and Whitehead and Davis. They've all done a great job, honestly, for the Wesleyan Wolves to kind of piece together an attack against this Lions offense.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Or defense, rather.
And Jackson herself, she's got a lot of good looks. The layups not falling today, just 2 of 9 from the field, but she's getting to her spots. She's getting inside. We really haven't seen a lot of forced looks from the Wolves. It's a lot more poise than we've seen in years prior, and this is one of those programs that continue to develop year after year. And well, like we said, we thought there may have been a bigger jump record-wise this year. Not the case, but in terms of what we're seeing in live action, it's been pretty good. And we talked about it off air, and we mentioned like a lot of what these Lady Wolves have to figure out is that they're at a severe height disadvantage. Height is a tough thing to play against, but the way that they've shot from beyond the arc today, I'm sure that bodes a lot of confidence. Obviously, they're not going to shoot like that for the rest of the season, but it shows them that they can be multifaceted. They don't just have to rush the bucket. 100%. 6 of 10 first half three-point percentage for the Wolves. The other side, Lions, a little bit of a struggle from beyond the arc, 3 of 12, but well, we know they can get inside and get some buckets down there. Absolutely. Their size is probably their biggest advantage. And, of course, you didn't have Scott on the floor for a majority of that. As the thumbs are going to go up, it's going to be a Wesleyan ball. Looks like the Lions once again breaking out into a 1-2-2 press with Willis at the top of this presser. A lot of height in the front court, if you will, for Piedmont. A bit of an inverted look. Lions, couple setting up in the paint. Now the rest join them. Going pure man-to-man. Eads flanking well. Now Alex right in the mix of everything. Zaria Davis tries to shoot one from beyond. It's off the back of the iron and into the hands of Ashley Scott, who heaves it over to Eads, and Eads going to get called with a tough travel there. That's a tough one. Yeah, I thought there's maybe a body check, maybe hands in the arms of Nene Eads, but I guess Eads had enough establishment, trying to go for a pivot, half spin, if you will, and just didn't get the ball down in time, called for a travel. Here's Jackson. Jackson bounced pass to Davis. This one to the corner, where thinking about it there was Bryant, and she'll kick back out to Davis. Now under 10 on the shot clock. Davis tries to heave it up and is just put back down by Andolyn Hill. And we can't speak enough defensively about how the Lions have performed this afternoon. 9 steals, that's block number 5 as a team. Just incredible defensive performance for Piedmont.
Goodness gracious. And, you know, on a normal day, this Piedmont squad, you just mentioned blocks, but they are averaging about 42 rebounds. It's absolutely ridiculous what this Lions squad is able to do. That's top of the conference. So they have a couple of individual standouts, of course, and they also have some really, really good team performances, as Henson's able to get that one off the rim. Henson, I don't know if that was poked out of her hand or if it was just trying to play a trick on Jackson, who was covering her. Hill over to Henson, now Scott. Scott thinking 3, is gonna go for it. It's off the front of the lip of the rim and into the hands of Andolyn Hill, into the hands of Alex Jackson. Now it's gonna be into the hands of Ashley Scott again. And the Lions will go ahead and back this one up, giving them a little bit more time on the shot clock. They got 15 seconds or so. And now Ashley Scott surveys, goes to Henson, dumps inside. Hill matched up against a pair, goes up under, gets the foul.
And smart pump fake there for Hill. Able to get the defender to bite. Got the advantage inside and goes to the line.
We've mentioned the packed cave multiple times today. You can spy Coach Greg Neely talking with the family. I'm not sure who that is. Could be a potential recruit for next year's squad.
Perchance.
Perchance. No, Coach is always working to make the team better. They play in just a couple minutes. Well, actually, a little bit longer than a couple minutes, because we have the Senior Day ceremony right after this game for our Lady Lions, as well as our cheer squad. Stick around for that one, as that one falls from Hill. And, of course, the Piedmont University Pep Band, newly put into function. This game is their debut. Yep, there's another whistle, and it's going to go against Wesleyan. Man. And I saw when they debuted that on the Instagram, they said they were going to have a pep band. They showcased the big bass drum. And I texted Grant Prather, who's on the broadcast from time to time, and said, Grant, I'm getting serious Carolina Panthers energy from that.
Hit the drum before tip.
Yes. Colin Sheeler's down there. Colin, of course, on the Piedmont men's soccer squad. But again, that band made up of Piedmont University students, as well as, I believe, Habersham Central High School students. So thank them for coming out. They're donning some of the green and gold. Good blocking by Henson. This one is going to be kicked away, and it will be a Lion ball. So Lion starters just getting out here, seeing if they can make that lead a little wider before you assume you get the rest of the squad out on the floor. Here's Nene Eads. Eads goes over to Willis, who's left all alone, and Willis gets a foul.
And that's when the Lions look the best, is when those guards, whether it's Eads, Scott, Begley, Barino, any of them, really are able to work their way inside, draw that help side defender, and open up an opportunity for either a one-on-one or even just a free lay-in for someone like a Willis, a Hunter, a Hill. That is when the Lions are so dangerous.
You mentioned Senior Day. A good thing about having the well-developed roster the Lions have is that all your seniors started today, and you didn't lose anything. In fact, that is your best foot forth with Eads, Hill, as well as Henson out there. So we definitely thank these ladies for all they've done for the team, as that one shut down by Zaria Davis.
Don't forget Ashley Scott as well.
Excuse me.
Student.
Thank you for catching me there, Simon.
We know you love to give the flowers. It wasn't intentional.
Hill in the paint, kicks back out to Scott. That one's flung up. A little bit of a float action on that one. Not enough to get in, though, but looks like she's going to get a second opportunity. This one's inside to Hill. This one dumped inside. Willis up against coverage. Gets the foul again, and she'll take it to the stripe.
Coming out of the break, a little bit of slow day at the office for both teams. No field goals made in what has been about 4 minutes of action. Just 3 free throws have been converted for the Lions, 0 points for Wesleyan so far this quarter.
Full court swap here employed by the Lions. Riley Bryan, Haley Barino, Brooklyn Begley, Alex Willis, and Kelsey Banks are going to be up there. Looks like, I wonder if, no, maybe Willis is, nope, Willis is not going to stay out there. They're going to wait. Ava Hunter's itching to get back in there. $19 points separating these two squads. Make it 20. So here comes Ava Hunter. She'll tag out with Alex Willis. Ava Hunter transferring this year. Hanlon Hill transferred in last year, so she's got a pair of Lions seasons under her belt. Every other senior, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Simon, has been here their entire Lions career.
And you would be correct with that.
So they'll be saying goodbye to the Cave Arena, possibly, and yeah, that is a loud foul against Ava Hunter. Goodness gracious.
Firework went off in Cave Arena. Oh my goodness. Definitely no ill will behind it, but
no, that
let's just say we heard the contact from up here.
Let's just say, I don't know if you can fake your way out of that one. Oh, goodness gracious. So Zaria Davis is going to take a seat on the bench. And out comes number 11, Riskia Tahada. Ava's first one lands. And the second one follows suit.
On the season, Piedmont, well, their free throw percentage isn't incredible at the line, but today, 83% from the line. Just a good day converting those free shots at the basket.
Absolutely. Hunter tried to block that one up, but it's going to go off the glass and the iron. Here's Barino, the Banks. Banks looking for a breakaway here. Kelsey Banks easily up and in. Another steal. Begley, Barino, and no good on that conversion. Bookert races across half court. Now searches for a passing partner. She's going to find Whitehead, who kicks it over to Bryant. Bryant goes right through the woods and gets off the glass. Good job there by Bryant to get her squad up. Now 2 points in this quarter. Begley thinking three, and too much gas on that. Whoa, no it didn't. Hit off the back of the iron, had enough English to stick around for dinner as it falls through.
Kawhi Leonard-esque three-point attempt there from beyond the arc, and Begley having a good day from the three-point line. That's her third triple tonight.
And here we go again. Another fast break by the Lady Lions. Barino puts it right in. And yeah, that is going to be force a timeout. You have that many fast breaks in a row, you got to.
13-2 run here for Piedmont. It, like we said, a little bit of a slow start coming out of the break, but my goodness, have they stepped on the pedal here in the later half of the third quarter.
Lions deployed their bench, and all of a sudden the dam broke loose. Brooklyn Begley's had one heck of a night. Today. We're not at night yet.
Efficient as well.
Yes, very efficient as well. And in fact, and we've said this before, this entire back half of the Lions bench has done a phenomenal job of keeping the team above water. You know, when you put in these second starters or these third people off the bench, right? The idea is that you want them to keep the team in the game, but if you deploy the starters, you know, you certainly can. But this team has done a phenomenal job in the long run saving their starters for the coming games, because the Lions hit the road after this. They face off against Huntington as well as LaGrange and Covenant, not in that order. They'll go Covenant, LaGrange, and Huntington. That's the 5th, 6th, and 7th in the conference currently, and they have beaten all three since. Of course, the Lady Lions' only conference losses coming at Asbury and at Bellhaven.
That's also going to cap off the regular season for the Lady Lions basketball. They're hoping to maybe steal away the first seed. Wouldn't be much of a steal. We talked about this a little bit earlier, whether or not that seeding is reflective of which team should be on top. Either way, though, Lions, they take care of business in those three matchups. There's a chance they will acquire that top spot and will be able to host all the way through the tournament if they can make their way through it. So a lot of exciting times making its way towards the Lady Lions, and really good potential for, well, #ring season. Lady Lions
season. Yeah, I mean, the best way to control that home team and control your destiny is to win out. It's all in front of you. Just gotta keep on pushing, keep on chugging, which this team has been one of the most dynamic in the CCS to date. Of course, we saw Asbury, or I personally saw, did not see them this year, but I saw them last year, and they have that kind of patented 5 full court swap in their game. Kind of what the Lions have been doing in this game, that's their actual game plan. They do this in every single game the Asbury Eagles do. So they definitely have a odd mix-up when it comes to playing in the conference, as Jackson lands one from the field.
Well, and look, that's also a double-edged sword when you do those platoon swaps, because the benefit is you get 5 people who really understand each other. They're really able to work cohesively. They understand the mannerisms, how they work. And on the other end, of the side, I mean, one player gets into foul trouble. Now you're slipping in someone who may not have been with those 5 for that long period of time, so it could create a bit of a diversion. So it'll be interesting to see, if those 2 teams meet at some point in the postseason, how that'll play out.
Coach Jamie Purdy, definitely very seasoned. She knows. She knows the competition in here, and of course this Lions squad came very close to glory a couple seasons ago, and hey, a lot of that squad is still on the roster. They're still very hungry. They know what it's like to lose, and you got to know what it's like to lose before you can win, as Ava Hunter puts that one through. And that one's stolen right out of the air by Brooklyn Begley. Fakes a 3, goes to Banks. Here is Bryan. Begley was just saving it for later. Absolutely on fire. Jackson getting pressured tough. No call by the referee, and Whitehead shoots for 3. It's a little bit off kilter, and Banks able to get the rebound. Brooklyn's open and she's motioned.
Heat check.
Goes inside to Hunter. Hey, I like that idea too. Everyone in the arena held their breath. You could feel the tension, and then Hunter just alleviates it right there. I'll take that.
She's only taken 4 shots, all of which beyond the arc, and she's made 80% of them, 4 of 5 in this afternoon's game.
I'm no mathematician, Simon, but I think that's pretty good.
That's all right.
Another full court swap incoming for the Lions. It looks like we will have a timeout here. We'll take a break here from the broadcast. Stay tuned, because the Lady Lions are still running it up in Cave Arena. Stay tuned for Senior Day after this game. You're watching Piedmont Lions basketball on YouTube. Welcome back inside Cave Arena, everybody. Eric Edmondson along with Simon Johnstone, Peter Sly on my right on the camera, as the Lions employ another full court swap. Here's go down, goes to Rout. Lexi Gerard motioning around the arc, looking for a passing partner, finds it on the bounce pass to Rout. Triple coverage for her. She's in trouble. Thumbs are going to go up, and it will be a Wolves ball. Getting ready to inbound it here is Jatiah Bryant. Bryant today, 7 points for her. Zaria Davis, 14 points. She's the lead scorer for Wesleyan. And in fact, the whole game, according to these updated stats, I think maybe Brooklyn Begley might have just tied her, as that one goes up from Whitehead and skips over the rim, but right there to help her is Davis. Or excuse me, that is not Davis, that is Hayes, who couldn't put it through, and there will be a foul levied against the Piedmont Lions. 4 fouls for the Wolves, just 1 for Piedmont.
It's been that trend the whole game. 13
it's been a clean game.
Fouls.
It's been a clean game. Especially for the Lady Lions. I think they've had maybe 4 combined fouls, yeah. Kiara Hayes, her second shot. will not drop in. Will go off the back of the iron. Bell gets the ball from Bonnier. Piedmont men's squad heading into the locker room, making the final preparations before their showdown with Warren Wilson. Here's Bell over to go down. Brooke launches that one, and it will go down.
I knew it was coming because I was thinking the same thing.
Davis inside, and that one shut down by, oh, goodness gracious. Bonnier is everywhere.
Defensive menace. Making a statement here this evening.
This is a real treat to watch her. Upperclassman Alex Willis with Bonnier in 2026. Ooh. This one will float up and go off the rim from Davis. And it's stolen away back again by Edwards. Edwards has to kick it back outside. Now Whitehead from the top of the key shoots it, and it's going to go into the hands of Bonnier. He passed to Gerard, and yeah, tough foul. Got to get called there against Whitehead. Looked like, yes. A little bit too much on the acceleration pedal. Second foul for Whitehead as Gerard will take it to the line as Wesleyan's well in the bonus. Lions just shy of 70 points. And there it is. Lions traditionally average 69 points a game. Well, they're going to pass that in this one. And they did it right there. So 2 points past the usual mark. 2 points past pedestrian for Piedmont.
If you want to look towards potentially setting the season higher record in points, it's 82 is currently what it's set at versus Wesleyan when they played there away. And, well, like you said earlier, I'm no mathematician, Eric, but there's a pretty good chance we may see a new number here.
Listen, we're on a good pace. What it would be to do that in perhaps the final game in Cave Arena. Again, we don't know how the playoff picture is going to look hosting-wise, so this could be the final time in the Cave this season. As that one by Whitehead is going to skip off the rim. And that's for all sports. Don't believe anybody else plays a CCS or USA South regulated sport inside Cave Arena for the rest of the season. So we'll take it completely outside to Loudermilk and the WAC.
And the Burden tennis courts.
And the tennis court, Simon. They're actually in action today. How'd the ladies do today, Simon?
I did well. Took care of business against Truett McConnell, and they're also playing Anderson in a little bit of an exhibition. I think they're on their way, or if not, already having a couple first serves.
That ladies tennis squad, ring chasers they are. They're going on is it a three-peat or a four-peat?
Three-peat, looking for their fourth straight.
Goodness gracious.
Guys hoping to join them this year.
Yes.
Got the regular season title last year. Oh, it's time to
gotta get it done in the playoffs, Simon. We're counting on you for that one. It's all going to be you.
I'll be darned. I'm not walking away with a little bit of jewelry as I end my career here.
Wow. Simon said my hand's a little bit too light. I need a little bit more ice on it.
I need to get a little colder, if you will.
Get a little colder. Oof. Emmeline Rout will inbound it here to Bell. 71-34. Lions ahead by a bundle. Pushing her way through is Brooke Godown. Long heave pass to Bell. I don't think Coach Purdy's playing this one.
It might be a PR in terms of distance thrown, but that's not exactly the objective of that pass.
And track and field's getting ready to get going as well.
Go down? Dual sport
Shot
athlete
put.
in the works.
Surveying the field, here is Bryant. Just under 40 seconds left in this quarter as Davis thought three, now makes her way out. Hey, stutter steps a couple times, hands off to Whitehead. Whitehead moves her way through and drives it all the way to the glass. Just unfortunately can't put it through. And again, it seems like they're just maybe a move away. The athleticism is there. They're able to duck and cover through a lot of defenses, and they're quick.
Yeah, and off that one specifically, Whitehead got the nice step through, able to get to her spot. Just lost balance a little bit, too quick to gather herself and get a good attempt up there, but she still fired the shot. So, like you mentioned, Wesleyan are getting their spots. Another good mid-range J there by Davis will fall as she's the point leader for her squad, up to 16 points this afternoon.
She's the leading leader among everybody. So she's had a great, great game. And Davis, goodness gracious, she's going to be back next year as well. She could be a threat in the conference. She's a freshman. Bonnier is going to get the, no, I thought it was going to be a foul, but no, did travel there, did Bonnier.
Took the pivot and her other foot with her. You got to get a bus ticket if you're traveling that far, my friend.
That you do. Davis from way downtown, just a bit short. And with 0.6 seconds, that's how the third quarter is going to end. So a good job by the Lady Lions to really stack that lead, 71-36. And we will go into our third quarter break. Simon, I mean, look, we mentioned everything, you know, maybe a season scoring record is in the cards perhaps. It looks like that the Lions are going to check back in their starters. I wonder if how long they'll play in this contest for the remainder of the game. But it's just, what else can you ask from the Lions bench today? Because they put maybe the doubt or the idea of maybe saying, okay, let's deploy the starters out of mind. They've given them phenomenal rest, and Coach Purdy's only used them when she wants to.
Yeah, 100%, and a really big credit to these two bench units, if you will, for the Lady Lions, all contributing in one way or another and really filling their roles respectively. And well, when you have that working and you just know you can send any group of 5 out there through all your 15 on your roster, it's a really good position to be in when you get to the postseason, because you know how many options you have, whatever scheme, whatever idea that the defense or whatever your opponent's going to bring, you're likely to have an answer when one of those 15 ladies. So that's a really good thing that the Lions have, knowing you have all 15 that can do something for you.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick little breather and rejoin you with the conclusion of this game. You're watching Piedmont Lions basketball on YouTube. See, I told you it'd be a short little break. Eric Evanson alongside Simon Johnstone, Peter Sly on the camera to my right. Getting ready to start this final 10 minutes of regulation. Again, that starting 5 for the Lions is back out on the court. That's Henson, Scott, Eads, Hill, and Willis. Willis, the lone non-senior, as Hill lands that one. Scott, the graduate student, Eads, Hill, and Henson, the natural seniors. And no call there, as Whitehead got away with that one, perhaps. Hayes, and not going to be able to put that one through. And you know, I respect the officiating here. I do. You know, just continue to let them play. To the corner. Okay. Easy now. Easy now.
Immediate side eye between us two. Just,
So it'll be a turnover by Piedmont. Wesleyan gets the ball back off the travel call. Bryan able to spin out of the way of that one, and left alone under the bucket is Edwards, and a foul will get placed here. So taking it to the line will be Edwards. Now the second one. Will not fall either, so Willis on the rebound. Eads. Inside to Hill. Hill finds Henson. The bench was ready to catch that one. But Henson able to show the calm hands, gets it back inside to Andelin. Andelin kicks back out again. Here's Willis now in the paint. Lions really looking for somebody. Man, a collapse on Willis. There's a trio of defenders. Fell right on top for her. Whitehead's going to get hit with that foul. I believe that's going to be her third foul of the day. Maybe her first? First it says. My mistake.
It's okay, Eric. Everything's fine. Oh, no. I believe it is her first.
Eads inside to Willis. Willis tries to throw that away. She does, but it's going to go right into the hands of the Wolves, and not the player that you want to have that ball, as Davis has that one but can't get the easy layup, as it will go right back into the hands of Piedmont. Here's Henson going well, pursuing that bucket, and she's going to go all the way to the corner where Scott looks to complete it. She won't be able to. It did touch the net just on the outside of it. Bryant will get called for a travel. Kennedy Henson. Goes to Eads. Henson pushes her way through, goes to Eads again. Inside to Willis. Lions trying to find a way to get back up there. And if you want to do that, just give it to Annalyn Hill. Hill continuing to have an outstanding campaign. Oh, and that one's shut down by her. Here comes Eads. Breaking away very well, goes to Hill. Limby a little bit too aggressively on that pass, and it's going to go right into Hill's hip, but Lions still able to control this ball. And they're able to control the clock as well as they bring it back a little bit here. Here's Willis. Yeah. Just left right underneath. And what'd you say that line was, Simon?
Oh, dear.
Is it 81?
Oh, 82.
82?
82 is currently the standing season high.
Looks like
asking for a quote for a second. I'm like,
oh, no.
Well, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
No, I'm about to say, if we ask for quotes, we'd have to dig through a big bag to find them.
All right. All right.
It'll be a full court swap for the Lions. And if that's the last time that the Lady Lions seniors will touch the floor, a huge round of applause and a congratulations to them. As it does seem like that is the last time that they will be deployed in the regular season. Again, we don't know if they'll see the court again in Cave Arena, but if they don't, what a phenomenal career they have had at Piedmont. Here's Begley. Bryan trying to get it to Barino, and that thumbs go up. The jump ball is going to be Piedmont's. Lions just a couple away from the season high scoring record. Jackson over to Bookert. Bookert inside, trying to find Smith. It's tipped out of the air by Hunter and into the hands of Marino. Marino able to step away from a pair of defenders. Goes to the paint herself. Able to find Ava Hunter, who puts it in. Just under 6 minutes. Zaria Davis controlling the ball. Marino covering well, and it's going to be a Piedmont ball. She couldn't handle that one. So Lions get another ball, pushed back towards the offense. Banks. Marino over the heads of many, goes to Brooklyn Begley, and she won't be able to label that one a heat check as that one rattles off of the rim. Turnover get called there, or excuse me, a travel got called there. I don't know. That should be a Lions ball, yeah? That's going to flip over.
Hopefully that's what Nick Foles does tomorrow evening.
Maybe. Oof. Who you got, Simon? Who you got tomorrow?
Who do I have or who do I want? Because it's two different answers. Who do I have? It'd be the Eagles. Who do I want? Chiefs. I'm ready to take the blame for that.
You know what? I was kind of listen, I am both pulling and thinking that the Chiefs are going to win. I think they're going to three-peat, Simon. They have too much magic going on in the playoffs for them not to.
but think of the offense of the Eagles. My goodness.
Well, not the offense of the Eagles is not what excites me, although I can't wait to see Saquon in the Super Bowl. It's the defense. I think the defense is really their most lockdown feature. Brooklyn Begley, right around the arc. As Riley Bryan will kick it to Hunter. Hunter gets it back to Begley. Begley over to Barrino with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lions got to think of something here. Barrino thinking fast, floats one up, won't be able to put it through, and it's rebounded by Davis. But as you were saying, Simon, about the Chiefs, Eagles.
Well, look, I mean, the Eagles, they're all, like you said, the offense, they're kind of a constant. You know what they're going to do. They're going to tush push once or twice. And defensively, well, highlighted by Zach Vaughn, Carter Johnson on the quarterback position, just really good defensive squad. Cooper DeJean as well has had a great rookie campaign. So it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out because the Chiefs have a couple things up their sleeve.
Cooper DeJean is not a safety. He's a center who can lock down your number one. Brooklyn Begley facing off against Booker. That one's floated up and easy in there by Tejada. Tejada started this game, hasn't seen a lot of time on the court, however. Begley inside to Hunter. Hunter now gets a couple of defenders on her, has to kick it back out to Begley. Uh-oh. No, off the glass, but rebounded again. Begley might get another try here as she repositions around the arc.
Be your fifth if she happens to knock it down.
Riley Bryan's going to take care of this one, though, as the Lions have crossed the threshold. They have set a new single-season scoring high at 83. Against the same team that they set the previous scoring high against back in Macon, Georgia.
That's what you get for the home court boost, especially on senior day. These girls are going to be playing all out.
That one off the back of the rim, and Riley Bryan will reclaim that one. 5 full court swap coming in for the Lady Lions. Banks maybe thought 3, has to stutter step her way back towards the baseline. Hey, Begley's looking to launch another one. Don't think think the run might be a little bit over. Begley could always relight that flame, but.
Davis going to nab her 5th foul, which will send her to the bench for the remainder of this 3 minutes and 40 seconds, or 3:07, excuse me, of action here. She had a great performance today. 16 points, 5 boards, and 1 block. She was a standout performer for the Wolves, but her day is cut a little bit short here.
That it is. Got the final 3 minutes. Take a break here as we are in a media timeout. You're watching Piedmont Lions basketball on YouTube.
Got any of those?
Welcome back to the Hardwood. Simon Johnstone with me. Eric Edmondson speaking. Peter Sly to the right. Bell gets it to Bonnier. Bonnier gets to Rout, unable to control that was Rout, and Booker gets it across the timeline with help from Bryant. And the Lions have broken the single-season scoring record at 83. That was set against Wesleyan. This one from the corner from Booker. A good job to reclaim that one by Brooke Godown. Go down across the court to Gerard. Has to step away here. Lexi Gerard inside to Rault. Stolen away once again here by the Wolves. This one courtesy of Edwards. Trying to stick her hand in and see if she can loosen that ball up was Bonnier. But a good job to go ahead and take it out before she gets hit with a foul there, as that one will fall through the bottom for the Wolves. Bell over to Gerard. Rault unable to control it. Man, good defense there by Edwards. She's jostled the ball loose multiple times now. Bryant looking for somebody. She's going to find Bookert. Bounce pass inside. Bonnier putting up good defense. This one flung from well outside the arc, and it's going to go off the glass and into the hands of the Lions. Under 2 minutes. 1:42 left. As Bell will take it coast to coast.
First bucket for Bell here this afternoon.
Gerard able to put the hands up. I think that's going to be, didn't get a chance to get it, but I think that the Lions are going to get this ball back. Yes, they will. Go down, we'll inbound it here to Bell. Gerard takes that shot. A little bit too short, and a good job by Go Down to throw that back into bounds. And it looked like Wesleyan wasn't ready. They thought that ball was going to get turned over. Thumbs are going to go up, and it will be a Piedmont ball. Piedmont ball. That's right.
Quite a flurry of 5 seconds there.
Yeah, it was. Go down. Pushes her way through the paint, tries to get it on the fast break, and we'll get the foul. Piedmont Lions soccer goalkeeper Colin Sheeler on the bass drum over there in the corner. That's what you're hearing.
It's got some rhythm going.
Got some good rhythm. He also plays trombone. Didn't know that. Did not know that about him.
Mozart between the posts, if you will.
Used to play a little brass back in my day. Used to play a little trumpet, a little tuba.
I was a little percussionist myself. We could throw together a band, Eric.
Hey, we could throw together a band. We get get Sheeler in on the fun.
Peter Sly on the vocals, maybe.
Peter Sly on the vocals.
Grant Prather on.
Grant, what instrument would you play? What instrument would you play?
We're making a band.
We're making a band. Keyboard.
All right.
On keyboard. There you go. Got all the makings of a yacht rock classic. We'll see you down at Lake Lanier, folks. Wesleyan blitzes through everybody, but still unable to put it up into the bottom as it's stolen away by Bell. Bell now on a fast break will slow up, wait for the rest of her team to get there. Trying to get this ball in hand, she will. She gets it to Go Down. Go Down in the paint, throws it up, no good. Rolt tries to back her up, also no good. This one spiked to the hardwood. We'll see who ball's that going to be. I think it's going to be Wesleyan's, yeah. I was about to say. As we enter the final 24 seconds here, Lady Lions are going to walk out of this one as big winners. And it looks like another game in the CCS is in the fourth quarter. Asbury's going to continue to win this one over Huntington as they're up 63-49. Brooke Go Down gets hit with a foul there. Look at Covenant as well. Get you the scoring update there. So Asbury will most likely win today. Still got a couple minutes in that fourth. And if not for a surge for Huntington, they will walk out of that one big. And oh goodness, 44-18. The Scots are down against Bellhaven in the second quarter. That one just underway, however. Not just underway, but they're in the second quarter. Haven't had the locker room conversation just yet. And the final 10 seconds rain down as Brooke Go Down will push it across. And the Lady Lions are going to lock up a big win on Senior Day in Cave Arena by a final score of 86-42. Simon, what a showing by the Piedmont bench today.
Yeah, 100%. We got to see 15 ladies all have a fantastic performance. Point leaders, Ava Hunter and Begley, the two, both with 14 points. Annalyn Hill right behind with 13 herself. And every line except Kennedy Henson getting themselves on the scoring column. So just a wonderful afternoon here to cap out the home season for your Lady Lions. There is a chance we will see them back here in the postseason, depending on how those seedings shake out in the CCS. But they're still sitting at 2 as they make their final away stretch for the last 3 games of the regular season.
Still got to win out. You keep on winning, you keep on rolling. Lady Lions are getting ready to perform the Senior Day ceremonies. We'll rejoin you for that in just a minute. But again, Lady Lions win big, 86-42 over the Wesleyan Wolves. We'll see you back for Senior Day just in a couple minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this time, before we honor our seniors for women's basketball, we would like to take time to recognize Kiki Howard. Kiki Howard is a member of the inaugural competitive cheer team and has cheered for the last 3 years. She entered Piedmont as a member of the basketball team her freshman year, and after joining the competition cheer team, she has been selected as captain by her teammates all 3 years. She is a Dean Scholar looking forward to starting her career teaching in her hometown starting in the 2025-2026 school year, while continuing her education for her master's degree. She is majoring in elementary education and plans to graduate in May. She is grateful for all the lifelong friendships she made at Piedmont and appreciates the great leadership and mentors along the way. Let's hear it for Kiki Howard.
What's neck?
Now we would like to take a few moments and honor the 2025 Piedmont women's basketball senior class. These two seniors have helped the Lions to 67 overall wins and 44 conference victories over 6 combined playing seasons, including the last 2 together. They helped lead the Lions to the CCS tournament final in 2023 and helped combine for 4 academic all-conference appearances. Our first senior from Toccoa, Georgia, number 2, Nene Eads.
Eads has played in 88 games and made 13 starts over 4 seasons with the Lions. She has scored over 400 career points, dished out over 130 assists, and totaled over 75 steals in her career. Nene has saved her best for last with a career-best 155 points this season, entering today's game as she also leads the team in assists on the year. Earlier this season, Eads scored a career-high 19 points in a home conference win over rival Huntington. Off the court, she's been named Academic All-Conference after all 3 of her previous seasons in Demarest. Eads plans to graduate next spring with a degree in athletic training. From Toccoa, Georgia, Nene Eads. Our second and final senior from Blairsville, Georgia, number 14, Andalyn Hill.
Hill has played in 44 games and made 36 starts after transferring into Piedmont prior to last season. Andalyn has made an immediate impact, scoring over 475 points, grabbing over 270 rebounds, and blocking over 40 shots over her 2 seasons. Last season, Hill was named to the All-CCS second team, and this season, she has been named CCS Player of the Week 5 times. Over her 2 seasons, she has secured 16 double-doubles, and this season, she leads the CCS in rebounds per game. Off the court, Andalyn was named the CSC Academic All-District Team and was an Academic All-Conference member in 2024. She completed her undergraduate degree in elementary education in December and is currently pursuing her Master of Arts in Teaching with an autism endorsement. From Blairsville, Georgia, number 14, Andalyn Hill.
We'd also like to give a special shout out to Ashley Scott, who returned to the Lions for one final season this year. Scott leads the team in steals and is second on the squad in points and assists. Ashley plans to graduate with a degree in athletic training this spring.
One final round of applause for your 2025 Piedmont women's basketball senior class. And that is the 2025 women's basketball senior class. Andalyn Hill, a special thanks to Ashley Scott for coming back for one final season, and of course, Nene Eads. Folks, we hope you stick around for the men's side of things in the next couple minutes as they will have their senior day festivities. But if you don't, thank you for tuning in for this Lady Lions basketball game against the Wesleyan Wolves. Again, a big victory for them. And if you're just sticking around for this Lady Lions game, then this might be the last time you hear Simon and I on the call for Piedmont Lady Lions basketball. Of course, I can't speak for Simon, but for the past couple of years, it's been a great experience here calling women's basketball. Hope I get to do it some other time, and Simon, I hope you get to do it too.
I'm very excited. Hopefully we get to see them back in Cave Arena for some postseason action, but no guarantees. We just wish these girls the best of luck as they either close out their collegiate careers or just the season.
Absolutely. Plenty of big things on the horizon for the Lady Lions, but if you don't hear from us again, we just want to make sure to tell you, go Lions.
Now we'd like to take a few moments to recognize the 2024-2025 Piedmont University men's basketball senior class. This group has been with Piedmont for various lengths of time, but over the course of the last 3 years, they have been significant contributors for the Lions. In total, this group has amassed 38 wins, including 13 in conference play and 20 on the home court here inside Cave Arena. This group advanced to the CCS semifinals last year after a home win against Berea in the first round, marking the first home postseason contest for the Lions since the 17-18 season. Our first senior from Oakwood, Georgia, number 2, Griffin Neville.
Griffin joined the team in 2023 and the 2024 season, having spent 2 years now in the green and gold. He has earned a start in every contest this season with 47 appearances total in his career. Neville earned time off the bench as a transfer last season and now has scored 299 points as a Lion and totaled over 160 rebounds. He has increased his scoring average this season as he has posted a career-high 18 points as Maryville, scoring in the double digits 5 times this year. He has added 10 blocks and 15 steals this season and ranks 4th on the team in rebounds per game and assists for the season. He earned a spot on the NABC Honors Court last season and was a 2024 CCS All-Academic All-Conference honoree. Griffin plans to graduate in May with his MBA. From Oakwood, Georgia, Griffin Neville. Our next senior from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, number 5, Javi Marlowe.
Javi has also started in all 21 contests this season after making his debut last season before a season-ending injury. Though his time with the Lions was limited, he's made his impact known, leading the team in rebounds per game this season and ranking 4th on the team in scoring average. In his only full season with the Lions, he has amassed 229 points, 133 rebounds. He ranks 2nd on the team in assists with 72 this season, while also leading the team in steals with 56. Javi scored a career-high 19 points against Washington and Lee this season and was named tournament MVP as the Lions claimed the title at the Washington and Lee Holiday Classic. Javi plans to graduate in 2026 with a degree in Sports and Fitness Administration. One more time, give it up for Javi Marlowe. Our next senior from James Island, South Carolina, number 10, Bailey Wiseman.
A transfer who spent 2 seasons with the Lions, Wiseman earned the start in every contest this season, making a total of 32 appearances during his career. Bailey currently leads the team in scoring, averaging 14.6 points a game, and with a 307-point tally mark this season. He scored a career-high 26 points against LaGrange at home earlier this season and scored over 24 times, just want to clarify that, this year. He has made 48 three-pointers, which leads the Lions, and made 6 in a pair of games this season against Belhaven and Center. Among the everyday starters, Wiseman posts the fewest turnovers, and Bailey plans to graduate in the summer with a degree in mass communications. Lions fans, let's hear it for number 10, Bailey Wiseman. And our final senior from Watkinsville, Georgia, number 21, Zach Exley.
Zach Exley is a 3-time member of the Lions team, appearing in 40 games over his career, including 16 this season. He has scored 97 points in his career with a career-high 50 last season. His career high came against Maryville last season as he scored 11 points off the bench, going 5 of 7 from the floor. He posted a season-best 8 points against Southern Virginia while collecting a season-high 4 rebounds against Sewanee. Among all players with over 100 minutes this season, Zach has a team-low 8 turnovers. He is a 2-time member of the CCS All-Academic Team and plans to graduate in 2027 from Georgia Tech with a degree in biomedical engineering. One more time, give it up for number 21, Zach Exley. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your Piedmont men's basketball 2025 senior class. Simon Johnstone joined by Eric Edmondson as these festivities conclude, and we give these wonderful seniors who have spearheaded a great couple of years for Piedmont men's basketball. Well, they deserve all the recognition they can get, and right after these festivities conclude, they'll have to get to the business end of their mindset as they're going to be taking on Warren Wilson in just a few minutes. They'll have 25 minutes to warm up, but it's going to be an exciting second game of our doubleheader. Eric?
Absolutely. Last year the Lions welcomed Warren Wilson in, and we knew that year was going to be special when it was the first time in a while that we had seen the number 100 on the scoreboard. And that is when the Lions broke their all-time scoring record. They broke it again earlier this year at Greenville. Man, this has been a special couple runs of Piedmont Lions basketball. And all 4 of these men have had a great deal in that one. Got huge respect for guys like Javi and Bailey. They came from the JUCO circuit. I know how tough it is making it out of the JUCO circuit to make that next level of competition. But Griffin, he's been a trooper for this squad, as well as Exley. All these guys have had a huge part in making these past couple years of Piedmont basketball special, and hopefully they got a couple more runs left in them. Yeah,
and we're really excited to see this matchup take place. It'll come in about 30 minutes or so maybe set a timer, maybe grab a mid-afternoon snack, hydrate up, go to the bathroom if need be. And it's an opportunity for the Lions to try and snap a 6-game skid. They also need this win to help their chances to make their way into the postseason for CCS tournament play, which will be coming up in the latter end, or towards the end of February. So good opportunity for these Lions to get themselves back on track here in Cave Arena on Senior Day. We'll take a breather along with you all as we prepare and get ourselves amped up for this matchup between your Piedmont Lions and the visiting Warren Wilson Owls.